Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer slash football prediction. It's your boy Freddy da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer prediction videos. All right, today I got a 5 game slate, and these predictions will be for Mexican Liga MX. Of course, my Chiva will be playing, and these will be for Tuesday, January 28th. I'll talk about the teams. I'll let you know if there's any injuries, and I'll give you my predictions. All right. So first on the list is America versus Atletico San Luis. San Luis have not been that good this year. Last year they were incredible, great. This year, on the other hand, they're just terrible. To be honest with you, they're 1-2. America, on the other hand, they're same as usual. Actually, they started a little better this year than the usual, which is weird, but whatever, right? Maybe it's a good thing since I'm a Chivas fan. Start off good, end up terrible. But anyways, they have 2 wins, 1 draw, no L's. Let's see. The last 5 times these two went at it, San Luis have beat them 2 times out of 3. The most recent one was a dub from San Luis, 2-1. But like I mentioned it, this year, San Luis only 1 win, 2 L's. So the most recent game for San Luis, they couldn't even score a goal. Jesus, I'm all bad right now. They played against Necaxa. Necaxa scoring 3 goals. San Luis at home. So America is at home this time. So I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing for them, for San Luis. But one of the away games from the 5 that they played previous, they ended up getting a win. So they played 3 times at home, and only out of those 3, they won once. And then on the road, they played twice, and out of those 2 times, they won once. So this time, they're on the road. I really want San Luis to win, but I just don't see it. As far as goals, the total's sitting at 2.5. Individually, team-wise, it's America sitting at 1.5, and Atletico San Luis is sitting at 0.5. So basically, all San Luis needs to do is score a goal, right? Sounds simple, right? And I would do that bet if I can trust them, but I can't. Because the most recent game versus Necaxa, they couldn't even score a goal. So now I'm stuck with as far as America goes, they do allow goals, not more than 2. At least that's what it sees. What I can see here, at least what it shows. The last 5 games from America, they allowed a goal each game except for the one versus Querétaro. Apologize. But out of those 5, they allowed at least a goal. Now, San Luis, on the other hand, they allowed more than 1 goal almost every time. At least this year, they're allowing a goal every time. So, okay, I see goals here, right? I just don't know if I see the over 2.5 total. Maybe I see America winning for sure, but I'm sure America's favorite, right? They're at home, they would be favorite. So it would probably be too much to try to get anything from it, right? You would probably have to put like 150 just to get 100 or something like that. So the best outcome here would be America to win by 2. This year they've hit that 1.5 2 out of 3 times. So I see that, right? Versus San Luis, America versus San Luis, that 1.5, they've hit that 2 out of 5. So, I mean, it's not there really. And as far as that one goal, San Luis have covered that one goal 3 out of 5 times. So, you know, it's this is literally like a 50-50. I don't know what to pick. My only prediction here would be America to win. As far as points, I don't know if I see that 2.5, because if I see America scoring 2, I don't know how San Luis would, if they make that goal, then that's obviously over 2.5, right? But then it would probably be better to take San Luis of that 0.5. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I see maybe America winning 2-0. But my prediction with this one, as far as points, I would have to do the under 2.5. But I probably won't bet this one. And if I do, it would be a straight up. I would probably put it in a parlay. But anyway, I'm spending too much time on this, just this game. So on to the next one. All right, Puebla versus Mazatlan. I do apologize if I did talk a lot about that other one, or if I talk a lot at all. But I'm trying to give you guys the best outcome of these predictions. So, and we only have 5 games, so we can spend a little time on it if you really care, right? If you don't care, it's not for you. If you do care and you really want to make this money, you would really listen, because like I said, I have the stats for you. I have the predictions for you. And I do hit a lot of 100% of my bets. So, and it's rare when I don't hit above 80%. I'm always hitting. So, and I do show it. I don't know if you've seen my previous videos, but if you look at my previous videos, I show that I hit 100%, right? And if not, and if I didn't hit 100%, I hit 80 on my, and hardly ever I do parlays. Most of the time I'm doing single bets. So if I hit 6 out of 7, that's a win right there, regardless. You lose 1, but you won 6. So it's like, that's money in the bank, baby. Let me tell you. But anyway, back to this video. Puebla versus Mazatlan. Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't just bet because you're trying to bet and make money. If it's not there and you don't feel comfortable with it, just don't do it. It's that simple, right? You don't have to force a bet. If it's not there, don't do it. If it feels good, looks good, that's where the bet comes. That's where the money comes. So don't force something that's not there. Now we can continue. Puebla versus Mazatlan. Okay, this is another game where it's like you don't know what's going to do, right? They're both not that great. Puebla has not hit a dub in 3 games, right? They're 2 ties, 1 draw. Where do you go from there? As far as Mazatlan goes, they only got 1 win, 1 draw, one loss, right? The last 5 times these two went at it, I think Mazatlan they were only able to beat them once. Yeah, they were only able to beat them once. They tied once, and the rest was all Puebla. Now, Puebla is playing at home, and there's no injuries for both of these teams. Same thing with the previous game, America versus San Luis. There's no injuries in there either. So back to this one. Puebla at home, it seems like they're better at home than in the road. especially when it comes to playing versus San Luis or Mazatlan. I apologize. So the last 5 games, these two went at it. 2 out of those 3 games, they played at home. They made 3 goals each time, right? So one was back in 2024, and it was the beginning of the year. It was February 2nd. The one before that was February 10th, and it was the beginning of the year for 2023, right? This year, it's the beginning of the year, right? We're not in February yet, but they are playing the early game, and it seems like they're playing at home, obviously, right? So what do you see, right? It's like a kind of like it has happened already. You were seeing the same thing again, right? The only thing that kind of sucks about everything that we just kind of like predicted is that Puebla hasn't had a win, right? 2 draws, 1 loss. Are they finally going to get a win? I would like to think so. Goals wise, Mazatlan has 4 more goals or 4 goals. This season, Puebla only sent 3 goals. So Mazatlan does have 1 more goal than Puebla. But they both allow the same amount of goals. 4 and 4. With that being said, Mazatlan on the road. Let's see. On the road. So on the road, they can get a dub, it seems like. The last 5 games for Mazatlan, 2 L's, 1 win, and 2 draws. And one of the road games was a draw, and the other one on the road game was a loss versus Tigres. So it's hard for me to be like, yeah, Mazatlan, right? As far as the total points, it's sitting at 2.5. They've covered this 3 out of their last 5 games. The most recent one, they didn't cover it though. It was 1-1, but the one before that, they did cover it. So, yeah. This is a tough one. The total goals for the teams is they're both sitting at 1.5 right now. I think the safest bet here would be man, I see this as a tie. So I don't know why I feel like this is going to be a tie. Either Puebla's going to win or it's going to be a tie. Now, the last 5 games from Puebla, they have not been able to hit over that 1.5. So the 3 times they've played this year, they've only scored once. Last year, November 2nd and November 10th, they only scored once. So in November 2nd, they didn't score. That was versus San Luis. Then they played against Tijuana on November 10th. They were only able to score 1. The ones after that, which they had 3 more wins. No, I apologize. 3 more games. They were only able to score 1 goal. So they have not been able to cover that 1.5. So if they do win, it'll be 1-0, which it could happen. I'm just not 100% sure that'll happen. Maybe this will be like a 1-1 tie, right? That's what I see, 1-1 tie. So, because Mazatlan is total sitting at 1.5. They've been able to cover this once out of their last 5 games. But it just seems like when they both go at it, when Puebla and Mazatlan go at it, 3 out of 5 of those games, they were able to cover that 2.5 total or even that 1.5. So this is tricky. Maybe if it drops down to 1, then maybe, but even then you would still need to go over, right? So you still need that 2 goals. I don't know. This one's tough, but I think I'm gonna go with Puebla under 1.5. Either Puebla or Mazatlan. I'm gonna go with under 1.5. So yeah, this one's tricky, guys. Apologize. Okay, on to the next game. León versus Chivas. Of course, my Chivas, right? León at home, Chivas on the road. Chivas is better on the road than at home. They just had a game versus Tigres at home. They couldn't beat them, right? They didn't take an L, but they couldn't beat them. It was like a 1-1. So on the road, when they play versus León, which that happened 2 times out of their last 5 head-to-head, they cover that. Not only did they cover the win, they covered the team total over. So they're sitting at 1.5. They were able to cover this 3 out of the last 5 times they went head-to-head. So now, I'm not saying Chivas is going to win, but it could happen, right? Chivas, right now, they got 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss, right? But in the last 5 games that Chivas have had, they've only won once. They got 3 L's and 1 draw. León have 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws. So now, Chivas is really good at drawing a lot for some reason. So, especially if the team is really good, like for example, Tigres, right? Tigres is a good team. They ended up drawing, right? It was 1-1. They took a draw, because they do play better when they go against a tougher team, but they just don't have a striker. And that's the problem with Chivas. They don't have a striker. The strikers that they have, if they end up scoring more than 1 goal, it's because they got either lucky or something happened, right? So, for one, we're in need of a striker. Bad. But defense-wise, it's not bad, right? Defense-wise, it's not bad. They're not great. They're just not bad. But like I said, on the road, they're good. And going against León, they have been able to beat them 3 out of 5 times. So at least there's something there. The only thing that stops me from putting Chivas to win straight up is León did end up getting what's his name again? James Rodriguez. And this guy used to play for Real Madrid. I mean, he's a good player, right? He's just not as fast anymore. Why? Because he's a little older. So most of the time, but he still has a shot. That's the thing. You can get older and not be able to move as fast, right? But you still have a shot. If you've always had a shot, you can always have a shot. So that's the only thing. Chivas' defense is going to have to really play a role on this one. So as far as a prediction here, I'm going to have to go with either Chivas 1.5. So it is either 1.5 for Chivas or the total over 2.5. Because they've covered this twice out of the 3 times they went at it. Especially when they're on the road, especially when Chivas are on the road, right? Leon, out of the 5 games they've played so far, they've covered the over 2.5, 3 out of 5, 3 times out of 5 games. So, Chivas not so much. They've only covered this 2 out of 5 times. But like I said, on the road, they're better. And going against this team, they've covered this 1.5 3 times, 3 out of 5. So I'm going to go with the Chivas over 1.5. I do see them scoring 2 on this one. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Okay. The next game is Tigres versus Tijuana. Tigres got 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 L. No injuries for none of these games right now. They all just started, so really not that many injuries, or not injuries at all. So, like I said, Tigres 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 L. Tijuana 2 wins, 2 L's, 1 draw. So they're almost basically the same. Tigres playing at home. They are better when they're at home. The last 5 times they met, Tigres played at home twice, and they were able to win those 2 times. Tijuana, usually on the road. Yeah, usually on the road, they're bad. They can't seem to win. So, twice, once this year, and the other time last year, from November to now, they've played on the road twice, and like I said, they couldn't get a win. So, give me Tigres on this one. As far as the total, it's in at 2.5. So basically 3 goals is what you need to win. Between these two, they've been able to cover this 2 out of their 5 times. So that doesn't seem good. Tijuana, on the other hand, is in at team total 0.5. So all they need to do is score a goal, right? Sounds simple, right? But out of the 5 times these 2 went at it, they were able to cover this 3 out of 5 times. The most recent game these 2 went at it, they were not able to cover that goal. And that's why it's in at 0.5. And the last 5 times Tijuana has played, that 0.5, they've covered 4 out of 5 times. Tigres, on the other hand, they're sitting at 1.5. So basically 2 goals is what you need. They have been able to cover this 1.5 2 out of 5 times. So I would probably have to go with Tigres to win straight up on this one, and probably put it in that parlay with America. But I don't know. I'm going to go with Tijuana scoring at least a goal. I don't know why. I feel like that can happen. There's no way they play 2 times versus Tijuana or versus Tigres and they don't score like a back-to-back. I don't know how. I just don't see that. Right? Like I said, the last time this happened where they didn't score a goal, right? The game after that, they were able to score. And they were able to score 3 more times before they didn't get that win. So since they already played and Tijuana didn't get a goal, I feel like they're not gonna win, but I feel like they'll make a goal. Like maybe this will be like a 2-1 type of thing, maybe, or 3-1. But yeah, I see Tijuana scoring a goal, at least a goal, right? So yeah, I think that's maybe what I'm gonna do, but I don't know if I'll make it a final play. Okay, on to the last prediction game of the video. Guys, I do want to let you guys know before I do start off. Once we get to 100 subscribers, I want to have a little game down in the comment section. I want you guys to use the hashtag Ride With My Bet. Put your prediction down there. I'll pick one of you guys' comments, and then I'll ride with it, win or lose. So if you win, we'll continue to ride with you. But if you lose, unfortunately, we're gonna have to pick a new comment. So, but either way, you'll still get a shout out. Yeah. Okay. And then also, if there's a game that you guys want me to predict, just put it down in the comments, and we'll get it for you. All right. Cool. On to the last game. Necaxa versus Cruz Azul. Necaxa has been on fire this year, like on fire, right? Their two most recent games, 3-2, 3-0, right? 2 dubs back to back. I don't know what the hell they ate, but they're on a roll. So going against Cruz Azul, that this will be their 4th game and they still can't get a fucking dub. So I don't know how to feel about this one, but the team total points is sitting at, for Necaxa, sitting at 0.5, which is weird that they're sitting there with no injuries, right? It's like, and they're at home. How the hell are they at 0.5, right? I don't know if it'll change from now to later, or, but sitting at 0.5, that has to change. There's no way. And if you guys get it at 0.5, I'm going to go with put that bet, because they will score at least a goal. Whether they win or lose, I see a goal from Necaxa, because they've covered that. They've covered that, in the last couple of games this year. So, the last time they went at it, the most recent time these two went at it, yes, Necaxa didn't score a goal, but that was back in October 5, 2024, right? Before that, they were able to cover that. 3 times they were able to cover that. So 5 out of 5 times, they were not able to cover that twice. But those were you're talking about 2 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, right? This year, they're starting off strong. So, like I said, even that they have 2 wins, 0 draws, and 1 loss. With that 1 loss they still were able to score a goal. So, give me Necaxa 0.5. And then Cruz Azul, they're sitting at team total 1.5, right? In the last 5 games from Cruz Azul, they were only able to cover this once. This year alone, they have not been able to score more than 1. So I could easily sit here and be like, well, do I want to pick 1.5 under, or do I just want to put Necaxa to make a goal? It's simple. Make Necaxa to make a goal, right? I would even say Necaxa will win this game. So give me Necaxa 0.5, and that will make the predictions for today. So I hope these predictions were good and they were helpful for you guys. I hope you guys were able to do something out of this, make some money out of this. But most of all, I hope you guys enjoyed it. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I'll catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have another video, and it'll be for the Champions League. So I'll be happy to do that one. Anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow.